Hey Gabe, how's it going? As you can see, the mustache and the beard are starting to take form. I kind of just decided on the fly that, well, we'll decide about the mustache later, but the beard, I kind of like the beard. I'm hoping this kind of like baldish spot, like this kind of like rough kind of patch on both sides gets filled sooner because I kind of want to keep the beard. But if it stays patchy like this, I just have to keep it at like a little sideburn like this or something like that because it looks kind of like mature and manly when you have like your hair going down the sides like long sideburns or a beard. And everyone I've asked so far says that like beard's a good move. Maybe this goatee a little bit too. I'm not sure. The mustache, I don't know. It's too prickly. That's the problem, and it makes me look like generic Polish man with very thick mustache. Like the like I'll pose like this, like yeah, like that kind of beard, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, got a little bit of a spring allergy right now because obviously it is spring, so my nose is a little bit stuffy. But I'm not sick. Don't worry about it. Past week has been pretty okay, pretty good. Been pretty consistent as in regards to just eating Nutrisystem, staying in the 1,000 calorie range. Even though for week two it recommends 1,500, but they don't give you the food to do the 1,500 with, which I guess is their way of like teaching you to like calorie count things that aren't specifically made by them, which is fair. I might have to finally start buying bananas and apples and stuff to accommodate for that. But the past week I've just been doing the 1,000 anyway. As far as games I'm playing, got around to like putting a lot of time into New Vegas, but I just didn't really finish it. I might come back to it later, but honestly, the voice acting and the kind of shitty graphics kind of steered me clear. I'm guessing if I was around when it first came out, I'd probably be a really big fan, um, because I am a pretty big fan of the Outer Worlds, which kind of attacks capitalism in a major way and kind of has a lot of like SJW elements, like like you're trying to like one of the main quests for a companion is trying to help this bisexual or maybe um um lesbian woman set up for a date, and it's funny because there's a quest later in the game where you have to help a straight woman ask a straight guy out, and there it's just like a matter of like, hey, I want to ask this guy out, can you do it for me? Sure. Walk over to the guy, hey, take her out, use the persuade skill, and that's it, right? But for your companion, I mean, granted she is your companion, but because I'm like, I don't know, like what a convenient thing that because it's the bisexual slash lesbian storyline, you gotta talk to her. You're basically forced to tell her like there's no like mean dialogue options. You're basically just forced to tell her like, it's not weird to be different. Blah blah blah. This and that. Like a long dialogue, and then you gotta buy perfume, and then go to this planet for like some fucking gift or something. I'm not even done with it because honestly, it's a waste of my time, and I don't really like that stuff kind of being in my face. I guess. Um, so apart from that, and the overall critique of capitalism, I guess it's an okay critique. I can't lie, but I'm capitalism to the end, baby. I'm not a socialist over here. Um, but as far as um, the week is gone, yeah, I've done the walk every day. I've eaten a Nutrisystem every day. I fasted from 8 to 12 every single day. So I mean, everything's been pretty on the money, but it is just 2 weeks. We haven't gone 4 weeks into it, and 4 weeks is when you can start to feel those results, I guess. But a week ago I did the weigh-in and I was 203. Yeah, I was down from 211 to 203, so I lost 8 pounds. I'm gonna weigh myself right now. I'm gonna hope that at the very least I made it down to 199, and I'm hoping that it didn't slow down. I'm hoping that it didn't plateau because, like I just said, I'm doing like the physical exercise, 13,000 steps a day, no more than 1,000 calories every day, and I'm fasting. I feel like this should be like a win-win for me. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it is. Let's check right now. Got just my underwear and my shirt. Okay, so we got 198.5. So we'll mark that up to 199, which is right on the money with what I wanted. Now, granted, I'm a little bit surprised that it was only 4 pounds, but I guess, listen, if it's in a week, I still can't complain. 198 is 198. It's still pretty good. But if we're talking about my goals right now, if I get it down to 180, I'm gonna feel like a fucking boss, man. Because I believe 180 was where I was at. Excuse me. Back in the summer of 2019, like right after I graduated, I think I was 180. So if I can get back to that and then start working my way back to like 170 or 160, like 160, honestly that's fine. If I get it down to 150, that's great, but like even 165 is like okay, like we're good to go here. But obviously we got a long way to go, but from 211 to 199, that would be 12 pounds lost in 2 weeks, which isn't bad. That's a little under a pound every day. I'm pretty proud about that, but I don't know. Not much else to say. I'm trying to keep myself entertained by like watching a lot of new stuff every day, like Robin Hood snacks and like a Marvel movie. Also, Iron Man 2, hugely slept on. Pretty good movie watching it again. And Spider-Man Homecoming, really good Spider-Man movie as far as like the way the film works, but um, yeah, we're just trying to keep ourselves entertained. I might go through all the Marvel movies again. Also watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So just trying to keep myself invested in something so I can keep myself busy. Because that's what life is all about, just keeping things new. Variety is the spice of life. And I'm thinking, I don't know when, probably not now because they're all busy guys, but maybe during the summer over the weekend of inviting my ex coworkers like Andre and Evan and Will and everybody else out to Six Flags or something. And the more I got thinking about that, the more I realized that'd be a fucking great idea because like I don't know, going to the theme park with anybody is a good idea, but the problem is my old friends like Owen and Nick and Rubio are kind of not fans of the whole hanging out thing for some reason. So I think I gotta get new ones. But we'll see how that works out. Nonetheless, Gabe, that's all I got for you, man. So take care.